The influence of music artists on the public. Relationship to sociology. Music and music artists have the ability to popularize certain aspects of life depending on their opinions or advertisements of topics and items. Popular artists also create subcultures and occasionally countercultures surrounding them and their music. These artists have great influence over large groups of people, and that provides them with the power to sway the public's opinion. An example of this power would be using their platform to promote and spread misinformation on a topic, which impacts people's viewpoints and understandings of the matter. Some fans also see artists as mirrors of themselves or sources of inspiration and will change to fit an ideal. Theoretical perspective number 1, structural functionalism. This perspective relates to how the different parts of society work together to contribute to the functioning of the whole. How does this relate to music artists? In being a part of subcultures and countercultures that surround these artists, a sense of camaraderie is founded. This benefits the greater society as it creates a place to share ideas and values. Societies need culture, and music artists provide us with it. Theoretical perspective number 2, conflict theory. Conflict theory relates to the idea that social inequalities allow those in power to stay in power. How does this relate to music artists? The popularity of these musicians on social media and across the globe gives them power and influence. Artists can use this power to manipulate the truth about social issues and other artists to maintain their status. The same can't be said for those who aren't superstars or people of influence. If the average person was to spread misinformation, it's likely that very few people would be affected by this. Impacted groups. Although music is for everyone, there are certain groups of people who are more affected by the opinions and influence of the artists they listen to. Adolescents. As children, teenagers, and young adults, we are a reflection of those who surround us in our environment and the information we take in. It is probable that younger generations are not well informed about social issues and can be easily influenced just by a post or a video. On a different note, younger people are still discovering their own style, and seeing music artists' attire can contribute to the way they choose to dress. Also, those without access to proper information or education can be led to believe dangerous misconceptions about illegal activity, drugs, and other problems in our society. Overall impact on society. How have popular music artists impacted our society? From a zoomed-out perspective, there are several parts of our society that have been directly impacted by music artists. A few specific things I want to focus on were impact on other music artists, fashion and style, and awareness about global issues. Impact on other music artists and their work. Musicians inspire others to take inspiration from their sound and lyricism. When musicians take inspiration from different artists, they begin to combine different genres of music. This inspires evolution and the formation of new genres. One example of this is Jimi Hendrix and his ability to play guitar. It is later believed that Stevie Ray Vaughan took inspiration from Jimi Hendrix to perfect his own guitar skill and style. Impact on fashion and style. There are hundreds upon thousands of different styles and aesthetics of fashion, and we owe many of these to the influence of popular music artists. Although there are countless examples you could find, here are a few standout examples. Kurt Cobain, who is famous for popularizing the grunge style of the 90s and layering. Lady Gaga. Her style is avant-garde and over-the-top fashion. She changed what is considered to be acceptable to be worn. Elvis Presley. Fans would often copy the way he dressed, with collared shirts, wide-leg trousers, slip-on loafers, and flashy jackets. Freddie Mercury. He is known for making the androgynous style popular. He wore makeup and normalized a more theatrical dress among music artists. Prince. He hugely impacted the relationship between gender and clothing, worked to eliminate gender stereotypes, and would sometimes dress more feminine. Impact on awareness about global issues. One way musicians can spread awareness about global issues is by writing songs that relate to these problems, either directly or through inference. One very famous example of this is Respect by Aretha Franklin. This may not have been written for the purpose of being a song that celebrated female independence and feminism, but that is certainly what the song has become. Another popular example is Blowin' in the Wind by Bob Dylan. Contrarily to Franklin, Bob Dylan wrote the song with the purpose of being an advocate for peace and freedom in the 1960s, and it is widely considered a civil rights anthem. With such a large platform, artists are able to make a huge impact on many issues. Lady Gaga and Bob Dylan are two people who have made remarkable impacts on different social problems. Lady Gaga is widely known to be a huge advocate for LGBTQ+ rights. She's given numerous speeches and public demonstrations that highlight the importance of legal protection and acceptance. Bob Dylan had momentous impacts on the peace movement in the 1960s and was even awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom.